48 Laws of Power Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victims.
Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victims. Simple translation. If you seem honest once, then people may trust you for a long time. If you give people something, they often lower their guards. A small act of kindness can often disguise a bigger selfish plan. Because people are easier to fool when they feel safe, respected, or appreciated. Most deception doesn't start with force. It starts with honesty, generosity, kindness, an apology, or some vulnerability. The trick is not to look dangerous. The trick is to make other people think, this person seems real. Once that happens, their defenses are dropped. He pulled it off. Count Victor Lustig versus Al Capone. This one is nasty, but brilliant. Lustig asked Al Capone for $50,000. He said he could double it, but instead of stealing it, he kept it. He put it in a locker and didn't touch it for 2 months. Then he returned to Al Capone, gave the money back, and said the deal failed. Al Capone was shocked. He said, what? He expected one of two things, either a huge profit or a total loss. But he did not expect honesty, and he did not expect his money back. So Al Capone said, this guy is actually legit. So Al Capone peeled him off $5,000 out of respect and sympathy. That was the real con. A small act of honesty can create a bigger opening than a lie itself. They put on a masterclass. Who put on a masterclass? The Greeks. The Greeks could not defeat Troy by force, so they gave them a gift. What was the gift? The Trojan horse. It was a giant horse full of soldiers. It was basically a piñata. A piñata. It was a horse that was gifted, and the gifted horse was full of soldiers. And Troy failed because they opened the gates on themselves. People often defend themselves against attacks, but people also welcome gifts. People like stuff. And I'm going to tell you something. Cohesive good game. Here it goes. This law works because people relax when they feel one of these things. He was honest with me. He didn't have to do that for me. She helped me out. He gave me something. He seemed sincere. That emotional reaction creates blindness because they don't analyze your motive. They just start to feel gratitude. They start to feel relief. They start to feel trust. They feel guilty for not trusting you. So then they feel obligation and logic just clocks out. And the practical rule is a small truth can make people believe a big lie. A gift can make a person ignore your motives. A kind gesture can soften resistance. First impressions matter a lot, so honesty early on can buy room for deception later. People trust what feels sincere, not what is sincere. An ugly truth. Most people want to believe in goodness. That's why this law works. People think, honesty means safety. Generosity is kindness. Openness is purity. But sometimes generosity is bait. Come on. Sometimes honesty is camouflage for sinister machinations. This is a powerful law, but if you get sloppy with it, it'll backfire. It'll blow up. Because if they realize that your honesty was calculated, if they realize your kindness was fake, if they realize your generosity came with strings attached like Geppetto, their trust turns into hatred fast. Sometimes losing a person's trust is worse than initially having a person distrust you. Because a person that feels betrayal has their heart guarded. And if you leave a person feeling tricked, they want revenge. But brute force makes people resist, and sincerity makes people open doors themselves. A little honesty will buy a lot of access. A little generosity will buy a lot of ambition. That's why this law is so dangerous. Because the sweetest move at the table may be the setup. People don't always fall for cruelty. They fall for kindness that arrives with an agenda.